Hi, I'm Gayatri. We're going to do a little yoga practice today to help you to relax and sleep well. So we're going to start in a standing position at the top of the mat. Bring your hands together at your heart. Close your eyes and just stand really tall. Dropping the shoulders back. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out through your nose. And when you breathe in, direct the breath to the lower belly. Let it come in on the exhale. Just count about 4 breaths like that. And then on the next inhale, take your arms up, reach up and back. And exhale and come forward and take your hands down next to your feet. And just let your upper body relax. Let your head go down towards the mat. Shift the weight to the balls of the feet. And feel a nice stretch in the back of the calves, back of the thighs. Just let your muscles soften and lengthen. Take a few more breaths. And take a nice step, big step back with your right foot. Drop the right knee, lift your head and breathe in. Come up on fingertips and shift your hips forward and back. And forward, bringing the hips towards the left heel. Lift your head. And circle your hips. You can put your left hand on your left thigh. Circle the hips the other way. And back to center, hands down. Lift the right knee, step your left foot back, coming into plank pose. Take your knees to the mat, hips back to the heels, come into child's pose. Stretch your upper body, fingertips forward. Take a couple of breaths. And scoop forward, bringing your belly towards the mat. Come into a low cobra. Lift your head, shoulders back. Just take a couple of breaths in that position. Press into your palms, straighten your arms, turn your toes under, lift your hips up. Come into downward dog. Press into the front of the hand, just hold here. You feel a nice big stretch on the backs of the legs. Try to bring your heels towards the mat. Lift your right leg, lift it as high as you can and reach the toes for the ceiling. Stretch up. And bend the knee, step forward, right foot between the hands. Drop your left knee, lift your head and hold. Lift that left knee and step the left foot forward. Come back into a forward bend. Let your upper body relax. Come up halfway, hands on your thighs. And come up all the way. Reach up. Extend, bend back. And forward again. Hands to the mat, next to your feet. Bend your knees if needed. Let your upper body relax. Take a big step back with the left foot. Drop your left knee, lift your head. Hold. And shift your hips forward and back. And press the hips towards that right heel. Lift your head. Hold. Circle your hips. You can put your right hand on your right thigh. And circle the hips the other way. And back to center, hands down. Lift the left knee. And take your right foot back. And drop the knees. Hips back to the heels, back in child's pose. Stretch your fingers forward. Keep your elbows lifted off the mat. Come up to hands and knees. And bring your chest and chin towards the mat. Come up to a low cobra. Shoulders back, head up and hold. Take a couple of deep breaths. And press into your palms, straighten your arms, turn your toes under, hips up and back, downward dog. And press the heels towards the mat. Press your chest towards your knees. Lift and lower your heels, alternating the right and left side. And press both heels down. And come forward, knees down, drop the belly, lift your head. Round your back. And arch. And round your back. And arch. One more time, round the back. And arch. And turn your toes under, take your hips up again. Lift the left leg, lift the toes for the ceiling. Reach up, stretch. And step it forward between your hands. Drop your right knee, lift your head, hold. Lift the knee, step the right foot forward, come back into a forward bend. Upper body relaxed, just take a couple of breaths. Hold your elbows with your opposite hand, swing your torso side to side. Come back to center, release down a little more, keep the legs straight. And come up halfway, hands on your thighs. And come up all the way. Reach your arms overhead, interlace your fingers, turn your palms upward. Stretch the sides of your body. Hold there. Take a few deep breaths, rolling the shoulders back. And take your hands down behind you. Interlace your fingers, pull your hands to the floor, lift your chest, head back. And bend forward, lifting the hands up over your back. Release your hands down. Come up halfway, hands on your thighs. And all the way. And now stand facing the long side of your mat with your legs out wide. Bring your arms out, and you want to have your ankles directly below your wrists. Take your hands to your waist and bend side to side a few times. And come back to center, and we're going to bend forward and back. Do that a few times. And now we're going to circle the torso. So we're going to go forward, to your left, back, and to your right. Forward, left, back, right. And we'll switch directions. So we're going to go forward, right, back, and left, and forward, right, back, and left, and back to center. Reach out. Bring that right elbow alongside the ear, left hand to the left side, bend to the left. Sliding the left hand down the leg, stretch the right side. Reach from your fingertips to the outer edge of your foot. Lift and lengthen your spine as you bend to the side. And come up, and we'll go to the other side. So left arm up, right hand on the right leg. Slide the right hand down the leg. Lift and lengthen the left side from the outer edge of the foot to the fingertips. Slide your right hand down your leg. Breathe deep. And up. And let's bring the feet together. So pivot your heel over your toes. And let's come to a seated position. So just sitting down on your mat with your feet together, knees apart. Hold your ankles with your hands. Rock your knees up and down a little. And then allow your torso to round. Bring your head towards your feet. And just relax. Breathe deeply, letting the head get closer to the feet on your exhale breath. come up. We're going to bring the knees together. Take the feet out to the side, so to your left, your feet, and you're going to bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers and sit up straight, and then we'll bend to the left, bringing the elbow towards the feet. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. And feel a good stretch through the right side. Come up. Take your arms down. Lift that left knee. Step your left foot across the right leg. Right arm across the left leg. Left hand behind you. Sit up tall and turn and look over your shoulders. So you want to make sure that you keep your spine extended here. Keep space between your rib cage and your pelvis. Sit up long and tall. Take a couple of deep breaths. Keep twisting back. And untwist. And then we'll take the feet to the other side. So uncross your legs. We're going to take the feet over to the right. And hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers. Sit up tall. Long spine. Elbows back. Bend from your waist. Taking the right elbow towards the feet. So it doesn't matter if you bring your elbow to your feet. What matters is if you feel a stretch on your side. So don't round, because if we round from the back, then we're no longer stretching the side, right? So we want to keep head in line with the spine. Feel that stretch all the way to your waist. And up. And take your arms down. Take your right leg, cross it over your left. And with your left arm, hug the right leg, sit up tall. Take your right hand behind you. We're going to inhale, sit up, and exhale, twist. Keep the spine extended as you twist. Don't round. Breathe deep. Couple more breaths. Keep twisting back. And untwist. All right, we're going to come into double pigeon now. So we'll just keep with the left leg on the bottom. So we're going to bring the left shin so it's parallel with the edge of your mat. Place your right ankle over your left knee and your right knee over your left ankle. So we have the shins parallel to each other. Sit up straight, and you can have a big space between them like I do. That's no problem. If this is really uncomfortable, sometimes it can be because our hips tend to be tight, you could sit up on a little height like a blanket or some cushions. So bend forward with your spine still extended, bending from the waist. And take deep breaths. Notice where you feel the tension in your body. Try to let it go on your exhale. And sit up. And we're going to uncross the legs. And we'll cross the opposite way. So now we're going to have the right leg on the bottom, the left leg on the top. Again, shins parallel to the edge of the mat, parallel to each other. Sit up tall and bend forward, again without rounding. So we want to keep the space in the torso. Breathe deep. Notice where there's tension. Let it go when you breathe out. And a few more breaths. And sit up. Uncross your legs, and we're going to lie down. You can either just lie down flat on your back with your legs out straight, or try this pose with your feet out to the sides of your mat and your knees together in the center. Either way, we're going to have the hands by the sides with the palms up. And just pay attention to all the areas of the body that are touching the floor. Let them grow very heavy, sinking down into your support. Just take a few deep breaths. Breathe into your belly, your rib cage, your upper chest. Breathe out from your chest, your rib cage, and your belly. And again, breathe in, belly, rib cage, and chest. And breathe out the chest, the rib cage, and the belly. Roll onto your side. You can bring an arm up under your head and just rest there for a few breaths. Okay, come up to a seated position. So that's it, yoga. I hope it helps you relax and sleep well. And if you want to relax even more, I have a video on breathing for relaxation right over here. You can